Whoa, hey, I am live and I am trying to set up my phone there, like blinded on one side. Hey guys! For anyone that doesn't know me, I'm E. Latimer over on Wattpad. I'm participating in the Where I Write hashtag. I'm wondering if I should now do what I did last time and close the drapes so that you can actually see. Hi guys! I'm so glad you're here. Sorry, I will be right back. There we go. Now it's not as blinding on one side. Hey! Yay, there's people! So I'll be showing you a tour of my library right now. I call it my library. It's kind of more of an office, but I've been in love with the idea of writing in a library pretty much since I watched Beauty and the Beast as a kid. And Belle's library was like all I wanted. I'm like, I don't care about the prints. I just want that library. I'm excited too. Okay, so I think how I work this is flipping the screen around. Let's see. Double tap. Yes, once. That's what I did. There we go. Okay, so I'll start with the far shelf. Super blurry, awesome. I don't know if you, oh, there we go. So I don't know if you guys can see this very well. Hopefully this is my old bookshelf. So it has all the really pretty, I collect them from antique stores or thrift stores or just anything that I can find. So many books. I have a problem, but I'll never admit that it's a problem. I have these that are like a full set. I collect them. They're so beautiful. They have amazing illustrations on the inside. The egg timer is actually for my writing. I time myself in 30-minute increments and then make myself get up and walk around so I don't get worn out of just staring at the screen constantly. I got all the Nancy Drews under here. Woohoo. Pretty much I just get a huge amount of inspiration from being surrounded by books at all times. And yeah, there's a painting book. I don't actually paint. I'm a terrible painter. But I'm writing a book about paintings that come alive and suck the life out of people right now, so I thought it'd be good inspiration. So this is my YA bookshelf, YA and middle grade bookshelf. The end's kind of messy because I store everything there. It's kind of arranged by color and series as much as I can. It's amazing for inspiration. Yeah, all the City of Bones and Smoke and Bone and Harry Potter. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so they get on the side of the shelves there. I even have Bellatrix's wand on the top here. It's safely put away in the box. And then, yes, I'm a little obsessed with Harry Potter. I'm actually wearing a Harry Potter necklace right now, which I'll show you in a minute. This is the display area right here for the vlog that I do, the YA Word Nerds. We have a live book club every Sunday, and so I display everything here so you can see it behind me in the vlogs I make. So we just read like Simon versus the Homo sapiens, which was great for Pride Week and all of that awesomeness that just happened. Yeah, total Potterhead. I totally agree. And I'm a huge fangirl. Yeah, so that's that side. Oh, that's Smushy Sheep. A lot of you guys on Wattpad have probably seen him in my background picture. That's awesome that you've read a bunch of my books. Yay! We should talk about them. I love talking about books. I also love weird hats, as you can probably see. This is my dragon hat. Another great thing for inspiration. Thank you. If I want to get a little weird or something, I'll put that on. And yes, I have sat there and worn the dragon hat on my computer. Then my little... Thank you. I know, I love hats. This guy has little ears, so... then curtains, you can't see much. So this is my desk. This is where I write. As you can see, I have a little mini Smushy Sheep in the corner. Maybe wear it next time. I totally should. Okay, my next Periscope video will be me in the dragon hat. I make no promises, but you never know. And so I have the side of my tower there totally covered in sticky notes because I can't remember anything. I would forget my head if it wasn't attached to me, which I always thought was kind of a gross saying, but it's true. My mug of tea, I probably have an addiction to tea as well. And I got my little leaf from the Wattpad tree of Frost, which is really cool. Kind of fangirled over that. Oh, and then one thing I always have beside me is the Emotion Thesaurus. And if you guys are just beginning writers, or even if you're actually really good writers, I still recommend the Emotion Thesaurus, because I'm constantly pulling this out if I'm looking for, if I said she grinned too many times, or her stomach dropped too many times. I just look at the Emotion Thesaurus. You do need that book. It's amazing. Everyone needs this book. Oops. So I just pull this out, and it's like, see, envy, okay. Chin poking forward, a tightening under the eyes, lips parting, staring, glowering. Like all the different things that somebody that has like a serious case of envy is going to do, and then like mental responses. Anyways, this is like one of the things that I use constantly while I'm writing. So I always have it there so I can just pull it out anytime I need to. And yeah, I hugely recommend one of those. Also, I have a baby name book at all times. And all of my notes are spilling out here. Sorry about that. So I always have this is Canadian baby name book, which is perfect for today. Happy Canada Day. So I have this by my side at all times as well. I have a lot of people actually ask me, where do you pick your names from? And always have this on hand. I actually usually do go online sometimes too, but I like to flip through this and have it there physically, especially because I can just look up like, oh, I want like a U name. Oh, and then I have more notes in here. They're just everywhere. And then if I want to, I can go look up the name more online and learn more about it, or like if it has different origins. Then let's see, up here, I just have little baubles and bits from everywhere, like just anything that would give me inspiration. A really, really old pocket watch. My friend brought this back from London for me. And then this looks just to me like an Alice in Wonderland thing that you would have like the growing or shrinking candies in it. Yeah, I love the watch actually. When my friend brought it for me, I freaked out a little bit. And then like creepy old looking candles, an old bottle I found. Just like anything that gives me inspiration is what I like to surround myself with. And then I have glaring lights on either side for the vlogs. And then I have more shelves over here. Yeah, you thought that was all the books? Oh no. That's the top where I have more cool little knickknacks, a lamp. I can burn candles if I want, but safely because it's inside a lamp. Yeah. No, you thought that was the end of the books? No. So there's a shelf of like kind of high fantasy stuff. All my knickknacks are in the way. This is cool. It's actually not a book. It's empty, and I put all my notes in it. I think most normal people would hide money in or something, but I just stash more of my notes. Hourglass. If I don't want the ticking timer, that chicken egg timer I showed you, I'll just flip this over, and it's a half an hour as well, and it's silent. But usually the ticking doesn't bother me. I write a lot of stuff inspired by England and London, so Dodger's Guide to London, I always have that around too. Thank you. It's written by Terry Pratchett, which makes me tear up a little bit. But he had a long life. Love that man. Let's see, and then just more books. I do have some manga, manga. Ram and a Half. I love England too. I've never been there either. Yeah, a thief would be really disappointed by this room. Unless they love books, in which case they'd be really, really excited. And then this is, I'm so proud of this, is probably my crowning glory. Yeah, unless the thief was a writer. I would love to see them try to make off with this typewriter actually, because it's probably the heaviest thing in the entire world. Isn't it beautiful? I know that's what I said when I first saw it. I love this. Like I said, it's probably my favorite thing in my entire library. It's so, yeah, it still works and everything. I still have like the typewriter ribbon on the side there. I have yet to write letters on it, but that's going to happen at some point. But yeah, like I said, it's so heavy, the movers, when they were trying to lift it up on top of here. I felt really bad for them, making them do that. A little hat box. I'm obsessed with hats, like I said before. Scales of Justice. And then I keep all of my writing books on this shelf. It's really, again, within distance of my desk. So if I have a question about grammar or I'm not sure, like, yeah, okay, normally I will look at, I'll just Google it. But sometimes it is nice to have a physical copy of something that I can grab. Yeah, I love writing books. This is something I really love. I usually do keep it by my desk. I don't know about pro, I just have a lot to learn. The Writer's Journey, I actually love this plot structure. For anyone that's really not sure what to do as far as plotting, particularly with like stuff like Camp Nano happening this month. If you're not sure how to plot your book, sorry, Leah. If you're not sure how to, oh, whoops, wrong one. This one's cool too. The Wonder Book. That's sort of just for inspiration. It has lots of like crazy pictures in it and stuff. But the Writer's Journey has like an actual step-by-step outline of like where your plot is going. But it's also something that you can follow but not like completely stick to if you don't want to. Yeah, so those are all my writing books. Underneath is just, you guys are more than welcome to come over and sleep in my library. That'll be the best sleepover party ever. I have some just sort of non-fiction books. Most of my books are straight up fantasy. That's what I'm kind of obsessed with. So these are just stuff that I don't categorize as just fantasy. There's like Gone Girl and like Bridget Jones' Diary. Yeah, Discovery of Witches. I liked that one. I read that all on my honeymoon, actually, the whole thing. It was really good, but I don't categorize it as like the type of fantasy I usually stick to. And then that's it for the main part of my library. Yeah, Gillian Flynn is awesome. I also have these big, huge mirrors here. Hi! You probably can't see me very well because of the glaring sun. This was my favorite part of, this is why I tell my husband this is why I bought the house. Because right next to my desk is like this big window. Mirrors make rooms look bigger. Yes, they do. And anything that makes my library look bigger is it's a very good thing. I love this because I can just basically step right out onto my porch from my library. And it's got this amazing view outside. This is downtown Vancouver, you can see from this vantage point. And so I just sort of, particularly when I'm plotting or writing the rough draft of something, I'll just come outside and sit here, and you can see all these lanterns, and this is like right outside my library door. You can see all these lanterns, and oh, there's a cat. Oh, you missed her. I will sometimes light these if it's in the afternoon and it's just like really atmospheric. Really, really good for inspiration. So sometimes I'll sit here and write, occasionally I'll write a rough draft by hand. When I'm feeling particularly insane, I'll write the entire thing by hand, and so I'll come out here and just sit in the sun and write all by hand. I don't as much on my laptop because the glare tends to get in the way and get annoying after a few minutes of writing. But for the most part, I do, I'm trying to come back in here without tripping. For the most part, I do write on my computer. I have a laptop I sometimes write on, but I don't know if you're anything like me, I have to have structure. I'm actually going to sit down and actually look at you guys now. My day, or I feel like I don't get the writing done that I want to get done. So part of my structure is sitting down at this desk every day in the morning and making myself write, and because I feel like if I don't do that, I won't be as committed to getting words on the page, and I usually try to do 2,000 words a day if I can. If you guys have any questions, let me know. This is the Harry Potter necklace I was talking about. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's the Elder one, or the Hallows, I guess. Oh, lots of hearts for that. I should have just made this whole thing about Harry Potter, clearly. You guys are awesome. Wow. Yeah, all my books are behind me. This is where I vlog. So this is the view when I'm vlogging over on my channel or the Word Nerds. And vlogging is actually a huge part of my writing process as well. Because anything I'm having trouble with, I'll write a video about it and just be like, this is what I'm having trouble with. what do you guys do, and this is my frustration this week, and it's really cathartic for me. Some people journal, some people blog, and I make videos a lot of the time. It's noisy out there. So yeah, that's my library. That's a little bit about my writing process. In front of me, actually, I have right now I'm mostly editing. This is the Frost manuscript. 2,000 words a day. Sometimes I don't get 2,000 words a day. Like, I'll be completely honest. So don't let that make you feel weird about not writing as much. But yeah, this is my Frost manuscript right now. Yeah, it's huge. This could knock someone out, this thing. It's very heavy. I have managed, I went through and I edited the entire thing. I don't know if you can see like all the notes that are scribbled on the back. That's basically how I do my edits. I just go through the entire manuscript and I redline everything. Thank you. I redline everything with pen while I got the paper copy. If you're editing, that's one thing I always suggest doing, is printing out the whole thing, no matter how big it is, and reading it by hand, or reading it with your hands. I always read it out loud, because when you read stuff out loud, particularly dialogue, you can see where flaws are. So organized. Thank you, but I tidied this place up, believe it or not, for this video. Normally it's chaos, not even particularly organized chaos. It's normally a lot louder. If it was the totally authentic experience of me writing, there would be like clothes strewn all over the floor, because my clothes are in the closet over there, and I usually just throw them around after I'm done with them, and there would be a cat yelling at me from outside the door. Rebecca knows me. Yes. So usually you have to wade through stuff in my office, but chaos inspiration for the mind. This is true. Hey, I like that. I'm using that from now on if anyone gives me a hard time about my house. It's inspiration, okay? But normally, yeah, it's a bit more chaotic than this, and I usually have music in the background as well. I have a playlist on YouTube. I really like the not band, I guess, orchestra, Two Steps from Hell, so that would be playing in the background. My tea would be with me. Sometimes I'll light a candle. Like I said, I'm a very, like, creature of habit, so once I get at this desk, my rituals sort of come into place, and my brain gets into the writing space. If I don't do that, if I try to write on the fly, or I try to write somewhere else aside from where I usually write, I can get really easily distracted. I know some of the writers on the Where I Write It hashtag talked about how they write in coffee shops, which is really cool, and I would love to be able to do that. But I just get really distracted if I do that. If I go to like Starbucks or something, I'm like, why do they keep playing this jazz music? Ah, it's so annoying. And then it's just not good. I don't get much done. Also, another thing that I do, which I'm not showing you in this video, is when I edit or I write, if a character has like a certain facial expression, like I'm writing about them smiling or frowning or laughing, I'll do it. Like, okay, it won't come out and like laugh maniacally or anything. Like, I'm not that crazy, but I'll smile or frown or whatever it is the character's doing. I'll mimic it a little bit, totally subconsciously. Okay, you too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. But this doesn't go over well in Starbucks or in public places in general. People think you're crazy. I actually think I probably do it a bit when I'm reading as well. I don't notice as much because I don't catch myself doing it, because I'm like engrossed in the book. You've been told you make faces too. Yes, it's not just me. Here I was thinking I was insane. Just this crazy emotional person while I'm writing. But that's why I don't typically write in coffee shops, because I'm grumbling about the music and then making all these crazy faces. So yeah, this is pretty much my routine, is sitting down every day. In the morning, I find that my brain works best in the morning. And then after lunch, I can get really distracted with Twitter and Tumblr and Instagram, which I'm getting better at. But yeah, that's my writing process. That's my library. It's definitely not a Beauty and the Beast library, but that's what I'm hoping for someday. That's, you know, everyone has goals. Someday actually the next step for me, I think, is getting ladders for, like, not like I need ladders, but I really want ladders so I can, you know what Belle did in Beauty and the Beast when she like slides across and like picks a book out? I've always dreamed of doing that since I watched the movie. I just want to slide across my bookshelves and run my fingers on. Anyways, I could talk about that for a long time. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Mostly just because she loved books, I think. Thanks for coming out, guys. Yeah, I definitely beat all of the Disney princesses. I guess Belle technically wasn't a princess, but just because she was so obsessed with books. Thanks, Leah. Thanks everyone who came out. You're welcome. Thanks you guys. Going to bed now. Good night, or good morning, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods.